After playing the Stellar Blade demo, I think Stellar Blade is a great game with attractive girl characters. It's not just selling hot girls in a bad game, you know. Because let's face it, the game won't sell if it's just attractive main protagonist on top of a bad gameplay. Stellar Blade is like a mix of Devil May Cry and Elden Ring. Because the boss fights are really tough. They're really tough. And I don't understand why woke video game journalists or developers just don't want players to enjoy having attractive female characters for some reason. It seems like attractive male characters is completely fine, but somehow when it's female, it's like a taboo. They're forcing the idea that having unrealistic body proportions, specifically unrealistic female body proportions in a video game is bad for us. Why? It's a video game. It's not real. There are no video games that are realistic in any sense. Nobody's gonna play a video game with CGI girls and think girls are supposed to look a certain way in real life. On that same note, nobody's gonna play a game with tons of woke content and go, you know what? I should care more about social justice. Or at least in my case, I'm not gonna play a game with characters I deem to have realistic physical features and then go, you know what? I just had an epiphany. The characters in the game make sense. This is such an important message to be sending out to everyone that it doesn't matter how you look. It's what's on the inside that matters. What a good female representation this game is. Well, at least I did not feel that way when I played Starfield. I did not feel that way when I played Horizon Forbidden West. I definitely did not feel that way when I played Spider-Man 2. Whatever the politically correct message they're trying to address there, it did not work for me. If anything, it's just annoying me. So I think woke video game journalists and developers have to start realizing that majority of gamers want attractive characters. Well, I guess they actually do know that fact, but they want people to start thinking that it is wrong, you know? If certain developers don't want to cater to the majority of gamers who want attractive characters, that's fine, you know? You make your games for your target audience, the woke audience, yeah? Also, just because someone doesn't want any wokeness in video games doesn't mean they're racist, sexist, or don't care about social justice. There's a time and place for all of that. I personally think that video games is neither the time or place for wokeness to exist in a large scale. Cater wokeness to woke audience. And that is completely fine. But don't shit on people who don't want any of that in any of the media we consume, man. Don't insult a developer's personal life because they refuse to give in to your idea of the games can have unrealistic female characters. Or they just wanted to make a great game with an added bonus, which is attractive female characters. You know why? Because they know it will sell even better on top of their great gameplay. You know, yeah, I would argue that Horizon series, Horizon Forbidden West or Horizon Zero Dawn, will sell even more than they already did if they make Aloy even more attractive than she currently is. Do you agree? So please stop injecting the idea that anyone who buys a video game where, the main protagonist is hot or in your own woke terms, unrealistic is wrong. I don't care that you care, and you shouldn't care that I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's just a video game. It's not a real thing, and frankly, it's very insulting whenever anyone tells anyone how they should feel or think for a fucking video game. Most gamers play video games to roam around a fantasy world, not to live in some ideal feminist world of how men and women should look like, Also, it seems like a Western world problem. It doesn't seem like anyone on the eastern side of the world is complaining about any of this. Please start realizing that not everyone, and I think it is safe to assume that most of us just don't care or want wokeness in video games, We just want a great game. If any developers can make an interesting open world game that mainly revolves around wokeness, where wokeness is the central plot of the game, I'm 100% sure it will sell big time. Yep, just don't turn Spider-Man into a woke propaganda. And lastly, don't try to label people who develop and want to play Stellar Blade as incels just because they don't fit your narrative, okay? You know, let's be respectful for each individual's wants and needs, okay? Also, please like and sub. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.